tragedy and the tragic hero worksheet. And then the other is plot structure of a tragedy. Please take out a highlighter, and we're going to go through the tragedy and the tragic hero worksheet.
There are extras out there in her row. They just didn't put them in her.
They're on my desk. Go straight in her face.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on. Huh? Yeah.
For this one, the tragedy and the tragic hero. Okay, we're gonna go through this really quickly because you guys are gonna be watching the video, and this is stuff you guys need to know for your test. So with the highlighter that you just took out, I want you to highlight the words that I'm gonna go through. So for the definition of tragedy and tragic hero, I want you to highlight important, and that's the definition, important. Related series of events in the life of a person of significance.
Okay, everyone needs a highlighter on. The reminder that what you're actually doing is dealing with annotation, and this highlighting is one step of annotation. So Brianna is kind of abbreviating the reading for you by telling you what to highlight. Your eyeballs are skimming all of it as she's picking out the words that you highlight. As you progress then into the movie, there are going to be things, bits, pieces that you would jot down as you say, well, I think it's this person for this reason. In other words, as you are watching, you're trying to put together pieces of a puzzle. Tragedy, tragic hero. Who is the hero? The play is Julius Caesar's name in it. Is he the hero of the play? Is there somebody else? And think that through. And with highlighter, we continue.
Unhappy catastrophe. Great dignity and seriousness. And then moving down to required.
Just a pause here. Gotcha. Beautiful. Sorry. I just didn't want it to happen again.
Moving down to requirements of a tragedy. Number 1, man of high estate. Number 2, a reversal of fortune. Number 3, ordinary moral stature. Tragic flaw, great conflicts. Number 4, conflict of wills, strong and so great that loss of conflict leads to death. Number 5, character whose principles are so important, flaws so great, obstinacy so hardened, cannot stop what he's doing, and then death as a result. Number 6, feeling of waste, a loss of waste, a loss of someone or something good. Number 7, new climate, new set of situations, misfit, and unable to cope. Number 8, wide discrepancy, appearance and reality, awareness and unawareness. And then down at the bottom, characteristics of a tragic hero. Number 1, good person, weakness of character, error of judgment, and then doom. Number 2, discover the truth of his wrong choice, accept responsibility, catastrophe. Number 3, his choice was intended by him, opposite to what actually happens. Number 4, reversal of fortune, recognition of the truth, bring about a change, and then limitations as a man. And then number 5, admirable, more admirable than he was before, gain in stature. With the second worksheet, you guys have the plot structure of a tragedy. These are all going to go in your binder, but also To help, like, this is a review for you guys, since you guys will be taking the test. If you guys aren't necessarily clear, since you guys do have to finish your packets, this will be a good review for you. You guys should know all this. This is basically, like, just plot, but it's plot structure of a tragedy, so specific to Julius Caesar. Go through these and just, like, list some events that you think were whatever these are. So, exposition, the introductory section of a play in which time, place, characters, and situation are presented. So, like, the beginning, Flavius and Marcellus, like, what was happening, all that stuff, what was going on with Brutus and Cassius, stuff like that. And then as it goes on, just, like, jot down, like, simple things that you thought was going on. And then, climax or turning point, whatever you thought that was. And then, as we watch the movie, you guys can be, like, adding more things when it comes more clear when you guys see it.
Can you please explain what reversal of fortune means?
Okay, reversal of fortune. So instead of like, it's like the whole thing flips. So instead of it, like everything being great, flips to being bad. So what would you think would be the reversal of fortune in Julius Caesar? Anybody? Yeah.
From him being like ruler and all loved to being dead, Caesar being dead.
Yeah, not just for Caesar, but it could be for, it couldn't, I mean, it could not just be for one character, but it could be for multiple characters or the play as a whole. So just like when something like changes completely, that's also, it goes along with, you guys have turning point, you guys will see that too, so, yeah.
Your good fortune suddenly turns bad. You win the lottery, and then all of a sudden you get some huge bill.
Does anybody else have any questions about what we highlighted?
This is all just mainly to help study, right?
This, yeah, it is to help you guys study, because, I have not seen the test, but I'm assuming that you guys will have to know, components of a tragedy and tragic hero. So if there were to be a question on the test, ask you what is a description of a tragic hero, you guys should know it easily, because we just highlighted the easiest things.
And beyond that, you will be asked a question in writing. Who is the tragic hero in this play? Point blank. And you're going to need to be able to answer it and support why. So there are terms on there that explain the why, and you've got to prove them through the piece of literature. And then again, tragic hero and tragedy are not only exclusive to this play. There are many plays, many pieces of literature that are tragedies, and they all follow the same basic elements, okay? So that which makes this play a tragedy is the same, only you change out the people's names, which make another play or another piece of literature a tragedy. So this particular piece of paper, while you're getting it now, would be handed out, could be handed out with any tragedy. And so down the road, next year, you read something and you say, oh, our teacher says this is a tragedy, and you say, I wonder what makes it. Well, then you look back, or not, but this is why. Okay? Okay.
We're gonna watch the movie. We're gonna start it from where we left off the last time, and it's gonna go through.
So would those of you coming in take a look at the highlighting on the page that papers, both of them. I understand. You know what, did you, in that first, in the exposition, did you have them review what that was? What makes the exposition of this particular day?
You done recording?
I don't know, how long is this to record?
Yeah.
And I know that my guys will upload it. Wait, I don't see anything right now. They don't take notes.
Okay, what I told you guys about exposition, about what's going on, what happens in the beginning. Raise your hand. What happens? Hannah?
The two tribunes, Flavius and Marcellus, talk up to the other workers, and they kind of show how Caesar just defeated Pompey.
Okay, write it down. You guys do need to know.
You know, the reason why Brianna's going over this right now, again, is because I just told her, did you go through the parts of the exposition in our play? And because as I look at the sheets of paper that I can see from here, nobody has additional notes down. Now, annotation, and of course it would get far tougher than this, says that, okay, you get a piece of paper and you're highlighting that which you think is important, and then you're either answering it or filling in the blanks or making the connections to something else. And so I don't see that, whereas when I walked out of my block 2 for that exposition, they had just tons of stuff written down there, all in their abbreviated text, because we weren't stopping to spell Fabius and Marius, but FLA and MAR, sent commoners home, all of those things are the exposition. When you are then in a writing situation, doing things as rapidly as you can, you will forget the details. What did that happen? And so the goal is to abbreviate as much as you can, to have as much in a few places as possible, all of the details. So take a moment if you haven't already done so to do so. Because then you write later and you say, but Mrs. Privilege, you never told us to get that involved. But we told you all of the things that were in it. Why wouldn't you include them in your writing? Any questions? All right, wow for it.
Right. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be watching the movie from where you guys left off. It's going to go through what we've been reading, and she said that her block 2 got up to Anthony's speech, so that's also where we left off in the reading. So you guys are going to go over what we read last class in the book, and you guys are going to see it acted out.
Should I kill the
Now,
recording?
Brianna, you'll be